on, guys? It's K-Dub here with another episode of CryptoZombie. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a great day today. Bitcoin is sort of just hanging around the same levels as yesterday. Polkadot doing quite well, up 8% today. We do have some big news for Bitcoin. There was a little bit of a fake out. As you can see, we got down to about $57,000. We have slightly recovered, and we do have some big news today. In fact, Goldman Sachs is finally looking to offer Bitcoin to their clients, and don't forget, these guys are looking for big-time investors, firms, family offices, high net worth individuals that have at least $25 million in asset under management. So the big money is looking to flow into Bitcoin, and we are looking to close yet another monthly candle. Obviously, we are going to have a very bullish candle close this month. Everything is looking amazing for Bitcoin. So you might be wondering why I'm so cautious about Bitcoin moving forward and what exactly is scary about all of this amazingness and bullishness for Bitcoin right now. So we are going to talk about that moving forward. I do think that we could see a new Bitcoin all-time high very soon, but I do have a very big word of caution, and this does worry me for Bitcoin. So we are going to talk about that. Stick around. Make sure you watch this video all the way to the end. We got bullish news, we got bearish news, and I'm going to let you know exactly what I think is happening right now in the market. So if that sounds good to you, you know what to do. If you're not subscribed, well, consider it, because we do these videos every single day. So let's dive in and have a look at the charts. Now, we still had a very nice breakout right here. You could see we broke out of this pennant. And yeah, I mean, Bitcoin even retested right there. So it is looking quite well. I mean, granted, I meant to say a asymmetrical triangle, but yeah, I mean, the trend is still our friend. We're still putting in higher highs and higher lows, everything looking good. Now, I do want to point out that, of course, we still do have that CME futures gap. Now, I do have a little bit of unfortunate news about my trades that I had. So my auto deleverage, or ADL, was actually fully lit. So I didn't want to get automatically deleveraged. So instead, I actually ended up closing my positions. Unfortunately, we didn't close for as good of profit as we would have got yesterday. We still did close them in profit. So unfortunately, guys, I am no longer in any trades right now because of these technical situations. Obviously, I would have loved to have held it, but that is good because now I've closed that and I'm looking to potentially hedge back in on pullbacks. Now, hey guys, we may not get another pullback. We may just go straight to a new all-time high, but I do want to let you know some levels that I am looking at again. And, you know, for example, if you are looking to do this with me and you guys want to learn how to make money longing and shorting Bitcoin, I highly recommend you check out my tutorial on Bybit. If you use the links below, you get $600 from Bybit plus an extra $200 just for using my specific link below. Check out the tutorial popping up above. Like I said, extra $200 in bonuses, but we still do have this CME futures gap. Now, do I think that the gap is going to close simply because we have a CME futures gap? No, I don't, but I do want to point out that we still have some very nice support right here. So I actually think it's very possible for Bitcoin to come down and retest this level right here, okay? So what would I be looking to do? What am I looking to do? Well, I actually do have some ladder buys down at these levels. The first buy that I have potentially is right down here on this yellow level. Now, this level was very interesting. This is where we had sort of a lot of resistance flip support on the way moving up. So that level is right around the $54,880 level. So that would be the first level. The second level is right down here where we actually were flipping back and forth. You could see it's actually this line right here, okay? And that's where we had, you know, resistance, resistance, support, resistance, and that would be laddering in at around the $53,120 level. Now, the reason that I have one more set even lower is because there could always be that chance that we retest the blue box territory right here for another double bottom within the double bottom. Yes, a double bottom, if you would, okay? So we have this right here, right? But then we could see something like this right? Where then we just put in, a giant double bottom, but with this one right here, and then somebody was making fun of this double bottom. I'm not gonna do the drawing that I did last time. If you guys know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. But I do think that there is a possibility of even having the Bitcoin price potentially go down to that $50,500 level again. So those are the three levels that I'm looking at. If you don't remember, pause the video, go back, watch it again. Those are the levels I'm looking at. Now, hey guys, if Bitcoin does just break out and we start going on a parabolic rally, well, great. I mean, that's why you want to hold spot Bitcoin as well, right? You want to hold the Bitcoin. That way you have the you're allocated in spot, right? You have that exposure, but then also if you're trading, you can hedge as well. So that's why I always hold Bitcoin too. I am a long-term Bitcoin hodler, right? But having a look right here, there is something that we need to talk about. I will get to that in a minute, but I do want to talk about one thing about what Ki Young Ju said from over at CryptoQuant, and he said, now is the time to go all in on Bitcoin. That's right, all in on Bitcoin right now. So why does he think this? Well, to support his bullish call, he pointed to the correlation between the price of Bitcoin and the stablecoin ratio, a metric that divides Bitcoin reserves by all stablecoin reserves stored in exchanges. So according to him, a plummeting stablecoin ratio indicates that Bitcoin and the broader crypto market may be gearing up for the next leg up. On top of the plunging stablecoins ratio, he said that stablecoin market is flashing buy signals for all stablecoins. The number of issuing events is increasing and the number of redeeming events is decreasing. And stablecoins circulating supply and exchange holdings has hit an all-time high. Fewer people choosing to cash out, more people buying stablecoins through fiat to purchase crypto. It's bullish. There are two ways to look at that, right? Now, you may say, like, this is bullish. They're in stablecoins, which means that the stablecoin inflows are going to the exchanges, which means, yes, they're gearing up for the buy. They're ready to send it higher. But at the same time, they might also be positioning themselves for buying the dip. So why might we still have one major dip? Now, I'm not saying we can't go to $65,000, $70,000, but I want to talk about something that is a little bit scary for me right now. And that is the fact that we are about to put in 6 monthly candle closes that are green for Bitcoin. Now, I know we talk about the trend being our friend and how this is great and that we've gone up 6 months and had nothing but bullish candles. But remember, my friends, most people in the markets lose money. A lot of people lost money in 2017, even though it was one of the greatest bull runs we'd ever seen, because people held too long, or they bought at the top, or they panic sold, right? We had a lot of retail weekends. So why am I concerned about this amazing chart right here? Well, I just want to point out that even during the 2017 bull run, which was one of the most parabolic, insane rallies anyone had ever seen in any asset class, we still had multiple red candles in between the green candles. And these are monthly candles. These aren't daily or 4-hour. These are full entire months of just gains after gains after gains. And trust me, guys, I am the biggest proponent for Bitcoin. I am the most bullish person when it comes to Bitcoin. But the question is it getting just a little bit overheated? Even back here, look, we had 4 months green, 1 month red, 1 month green, 1 month red, 5 months green, 1 month red, 3 months green, 1 month red, whereas we've had 6. So where did we actually see something like this happen for Bitcoin? Well, we actually have to go all the way back to 2013. And you could see right here, obviously this was in the early stages for Bitcoin. You know, Bitcoin was only trading at around $4. It had gone all the way up to $267, which was a massive, massive increase. In fact, from bottom to top, that was actually a 14,468% increase for Bitcoin. Wow, to have bought Bitcoin at $5, right? Must be nice. But what I want to point out is that when we actually had this increase of 6 months from top to bottom, okay, Bitcoin then saw a 62.93% correction, almost 70% correction. And if we don't go from top to bottom, we just go from the candles, it still saw about a, roughly a 50% correction, give or take. So we're looking at somewhere between a 50% and almost 70% correction. But keep in mind, then Bitcoin did continue all the way up and close out the top of the rally here in November at a 1,586% increase. So it was like a bump in the road, right? So it was sort of like a little mini dip, right? And what was this? It was the markets taking time to breathe, having that cool off period. We have not had a cool off period at all in the past 6 months. And while this is extremely bullish, and I'd like to be a moon boy, and I am a moon boy, it is a bit of concern. In fact, it wouldn't be out of the cards to see a 45, maybe 50% correction before continuing upwards. Now, this is not to say that we couldn't break up to 70,000, right? And then come down from 70,000 to 35,000. Now, I just want to point something else out. Tesla, okay, which arguably is the biggest company, publicly traded company that bought Bitcoin, $1.5 billion, they bought at $33,000. That was their buy-in. So it wouldn't be that crazy if Bitcoin was to go all the way up to around the $70,000 level, only to then have that 50% pullback, which would bring us right back to around that $33,000 level, $35,000 level, right? So I just wanted to exercise a word of caution. And if you don't think that this is parabolic, just have a look at this. Look at the monthly candles that we were putting in back here in November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June. And look at these candles that we've been putting in. They've been getting bigger and bigger and crazier with each move, right? So like I said, guys, I'm not trying to cause FUD. I am bullish. I still think we're going to see a $300 potential $1,000 Bitcoin by the end of this year, but I just want people to be cautious. I've had a lot of people calling me up, a lot of people asking me how to buy. These are those signs that maybe it could be overheated. And keep in mind, everyone is looking at the statistics that April is a super bullish month for Bitcoin, right? Historically speaking, April has been a crazy bullish month for Bitcoin. You got to be careful, guys. If everybody's expecting something to happen, it may not actually happen. So that's my little bit of word of caution. I just wanted to do that. Like I said, I'm not fudding. In fact, we're going to talk about nothing but bullish news for the rest of this video. But it is something that I am worried about. And if Bitcoin was to crash down to something like $35,000, I actually wouldn't be that bearish. I think that would be very healthy, believe it or not. But I know that's not what people want to hear. So I just wanted to say that. We're not going to say it anymore. I won't bring it up, but I had to say it. So data calculated by Finbold indicates that Bitcoin futures open interest has grown by 133.74% between January and March of 2021. However, during the same period of time, gold futures open interests have plunged between the same period by about 17.5%, down 116 billion to 95.9 billion. So, this is still looking good for Bitcoin. Regardless, people are choosing Bitcoin as the hedge against inflation, clearly over gold. So the ball has been put in the court on the side of Bitcoin. And yes, my friends, you did not read this wrong. Goldman Sachs, the people who came out 3 years ago and said that Bitcoin is not a legitimate asset class and should not be allocated to your portfolio, are now saying they are close to offering Bitcoin and other digital assets to their wealth management clients. And I definitely want you guys to watch this clip that came out on CNBC. Shout out to Blockport for retweeting this. Check it out.
Breaking news coming from CNBC.com. Banking reporter Hugh Sun. Goldman Sachs is getting close to offering Bitcoin investment products to its wealthy clients. Hugh Sun joins us now. Does Goldman know Bitcoin was like $4,000 like 18 months ago, and now it's like 57,000? This is part of their expertise. Hugh?
Well, Joe, I think those dizzying charts that everybody is looking at and salivating over, that's one of the reasons why Goldman and others are getting into this. They are in a client business. So when clients of Goldman Sachs or clients of Morgan Stanley, call up their financial advisor and say, should I have an allocation to Bitcoin? Look at what it's done. Should I have a 1%, 2%, 3% allocation to this emerging asset class, they've had to say, well, as a firm, we can't really recommend that. Well, that changes, and that changes very, very soon. So as we report exclusively on CNBC.com, Goldman Sachs is very close, and in the second quarter will begin offering Bitcoin and other digital asset-related investments to its private wealth management clients. This is sort of the Tony private bank of Goldman Sachs. They really target people and endowments with at least 25 million in assets under management.
So we are talking some big money here, right? He said they target, endowments with $25 million minimally in assets under management. So these aren't small time investors here. These are big. So this is very bullish for Bitcoin. And like I said, I am expecting the tsunami to come. But at the same time, we know the old saying, when the retail investor misses the boat, well, they miss the boat. But when the institutional investors miss the boat, they bring the boat back, right? They pull it back. So just throwing it out there, guys. You got to be careful with some of these buy the rumor, sell the news events. And the other thing I want to talk about too is that the Bitcoin dominance looks like it is actually trying to finally break below this long-term support. This could actually be very, very bullish for the altcoins in the cycle. So if we were to see some type of choppy Bitcoin price movement, or even Bitcoin was to pull back, the altcoins may take advantage of this to absolutely blast off and skyrocket. So for everyone out there that's been holding altcoins, we may be very soon about to enter that crazy, alt season. Now, I do want to point Ethereum right now, how, Ethereum has hit these three resistances. So it does look like we're either looking for that breakout right now, or if we can't get it in the next day or two, we're probably going to end up coming back down here and having this, retest of support. So once again, guys, these are my laddering positions if you guys are interested, and I have them marked out right here. So the first one is right here at around 1663. The second one is around 1547, and the lowest that I think Ethereum would go is probably around 1437. Reasoning being that would be another double bottom right here, which, as I said, are the big moves. Or like I said, we could just have the double bottom within the double bottom again. And if that's the case, then then if you want, you could put it in the middle somewhere around $1,600. So that's up to you guys how you want to play that one. But like I said, if we have the breakout, then great, great. We're going to go to all-time highs for everything, and hopefully your exposed spot, right? That is the plan. So that is essentially it for me today, guys. I do want to do some updates on a few altcoins. I wanted to mention Daffy. Now, we did talk about these before the sale. I wanted to just give you guys an update on what they're doing. As you guys know, they are creating synthetics to reward networks for long-term users. So if you don't know what they're doing, instead of distributing a token directly, the Daffy protocol enables networks to create a synthetic in a reduced quantity. As demand rises, the synthetic token increases in quantity, so it can incentivize early users and maintain a network in bearish markets without issuing large quantities of tokens, right? And they did do a little bit of an update right here. I actually like how they break this down on Twitter. Makes it really easy to see how the team has been progressing. And you can see they did partner with Blockchain Cuties Universe. They partnered with Router Protocol, partnered with Bridge Mutual, API 3. They also had their pre-staking, went live on BitMax. And right here was a very interesting update. This was the creator of Blockchain had actually talked about Daffy. He was mentioned in the original Bitcoin white paper by Satoshi. And you can see they do have three quotes from him. It says, "Fiat currency printing will collapse economies. Satoshi worked to prevent such hyperinflation issues. Daffy is interesting. The right amount of inflation essentially greases the skins in the system, keeping liquidity good. And Daffy is a meta technology to introduce the proper amount of inflation across your own network and the whole system." Exactly. So it was a very, very amazing first week launch for them. And that is really cool that they were able to get Dr. S. Stornetta, that literally, I guess, the creator of blockchain, talking about it. So that is the update I just wanted to give you guys. I like to let you guys know, what's going on with some of these projects. Also, don't forget that Lemonade is going to be launched by Jigstack, and Jigstack is also going to be launching on Lemonade. Now, in case you're confused, Lemonade is essentially going to be the place for tokens to be launched, right? But don't forget that Jigstack themselves, they have their stack token, but there's only one token. So some people are confused about how this is going to work. This is essentially just where they're going to have the launches, right? And you can see it says, like Lemonade, the other products under Jigstack banner will generate revenue. So one of the things that's pretty cool about this is any of these different projects that are looking to have token sales, have these different IDOs, if you are holding the token, you will be distributed some of the funds. So they give an example: if 100 million token sales occur through Jigstack's Lemonade, 0.8% of the amount is distributed to all of Stack holders, and 0.2% is used to burn Stack tokens, reducing the total supply. Additionally, Stack holders will receive 1% of the total amount of tokens distributed during the sale. So this is pretty crazy, guys. Not only are you receiving the fees, they're actually burning tokens, which is, sort of a deflationary model, and you'll also receive tokens from these different sales as well. So they say, as Jigstack's Lemonade product will become the go-to solution for many DeFi projects on Ethereum and hopefully Hedera Hashgraph as well, the potential revenue dividend is limitless. And obviously, they're going to be utilizing their first product to launch their token, which shows that they do clearly have conviction in the product that they're launching. And finally, guys, you knew it wasn't going to be a day without the Pokemon. This is happening probably by the time you guys watch this video. I've been telling you guys about this for weeks. Some of these dragons, I saw one of the dragons already going for $60,000. I'm not making that up. I told you guys this was absolutely free. You could have paid $20 in gas fees. I mean, hey, you could get one that's worth nothing. Okay, but you could get one that was worth, I saw them between $15,000, I saw $30,000 and a $60,000 Pokemon. So pretty incredible, guys. This will be launching in 4 hours today. If you didn't get, involved in the whitelist, check it out, guys. Also, I think this thing's going to go absolutely crazy. Don't forget, in order to, get involved with these packs, you're going to have to burn tokens. So it has a deflationary model built within it as well. We've seen these types of products do quite well in the past. So definitely check that out, guys. So getting back to today's video, like I said, Bitcoin is pushing up right now. We're looking like we want to break all-time highs. I think an all-time high is definitely going to happen. I'm definitely bullish. Lots of good things for Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. However, unfortunately, there is that potential chance. So just be careful, guys. We're having the exuberance. We're having the excitement. I'm excited with you guys as well. But, we just have to be careful. We have had 6 months of nothing but green candles. So that being said, guys, hope you enjoyed today. Hope we might even hit a new all-time high today. It is possible. So that being said, I hope you are having a great day. My name is K-Dub. This is CryptoZombie. Until next time, stay crypto. And of course, peace out.